Alright, well, decided I'm parting out that tractor in order to make this one better. Hey, what's up guys? Gary with Diesel Fuel Network. So, probably going to be a couple more videos on this tractor. Like I said in the previous video, I built this thing years ago, but now that I got it going again and driving, I'm just having so much fun with it. I got to do some more stuff to it. So, started parting the other tractor I have out because it has a lot of good stuff on it that I don't have. So, figured I'd just show you what I got done and where we're going with it. So, really, this used to just be a bare chassis. Well, it was a lawnmower, full lawnmower when I got it. Like I had said in the previous video, I think I want to say I got the actual lawnmower definitely over 10 years ago. And the first thing I did was strip all the body work. It was a Craftsman, I remember now, it was a Craftsman LT 2000. And, you know, those are usually the green, kind of like, it was like a year 2000 as well. Year 2000 Craftsman LT 2000 green tractor. Basically, it was exactly the same, like the rear fender. And this is the same too. This is also a Craftsman LT 2000 chassis. And that rear fender and everything like that was green on mine, but it's basically the same. That's a different seat. That's not the original seat to this. But the chassis are the same. This one doesn't have the axle mounted out at the front, although it is extended. Only it's extended much shorter amount. Still pivots as well on this one. But here's what I'm after. This has Heim joints. This has like, oops, can't see a damn thing. So what I'm after is the tie rod, or the drag link. Well, at first right now I'm just going to leave my drag link on there because mine's longer, but you got the Heim joints on there, and that mainly that's what I'm after. The tie rod, because it has Heim joints. So if we look at this, and again, I'll say it right now, I probably have 50 miles at least on the road with this thing at high speed. I've had it for, in its current configuration, probably over 5 years running down the road like this, you know, and mostly just beating on it off-road in the woods and stuff, and even going fast in the woods. But look what we have for the steering tie rod. So, threaded rod and some other threaded rod to strengthen it. And that just broke from me trying to loosen it. I have no doubt that was going to be fine, but I mean, hell, I've been driving this thing for like 5 years with that. And the drag link is actually kind of not the same. The drag link is just a lengthened version of the drag link. But everything's pretty tight. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some on-center, you know, there's some play in that steering box, but that's just how it's going to be. That's not the limiting, or that's not the thing that I'm worried about. Also, my front J spindle is quite bent, but unfortunately the one on that one is bent as well, so I don't know if I'm definitely going to change that over. And the rear axles, well, one of the rear axles is definitely bent, so the wheel wobbles like crazy. I can't remember which one it is, but as far as like them looking loose in the video, there's just a little bit of play on the hubs. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, there it is. Check it out. It was even a brand new piece of metal that he used there. That will be a lot better. Another thing, his wheels on the front are using bushings, and that's because he's got 12-inch, those are 12-inch wheels. Why do I keep saying he's got? It's over. It's my tractor now. I had this set of wheels is for a 1-inch axle, and it's just slip on. Whereas and they're all 4 of them are like that. Now, my rear wheels are bolt on, or hub, 5-lug hub. Basically, there's a hub there that slips onto the axle separately, and my fronts are just 3/4 inch, 8-inch wheels, 3/4 inch center hole, which means I can't use bushing. Theoretically, no, I can't use bushings because I have a 3/4 wheel, 3/4 inch hole on the wheel, and the spindles are actually 3/4 inch. So my wheels are just sitting on metal with grease. And again, these are rear wheels. These tractors never came with 8-inch front wheels. They come with 6-inch front wheels. So those are 8-inch rear wheels that would be on this type of tractor. These are 12-inch wheels, which would be on a little bit heavier duty garden tractor. And then I happen to I found the correct 3/4 inch 5-lug hubs, which is kind of an anomaly because typically, because a 3/4 inch axle is a lighter duty trans, but they put the heavy duty style wheels on them, I guess, in some applications. Whereas the transaxle that was on this is the heavy duty 820 garden tractor rear axle. And in this case, he just had the keyed wheels instead of the bolt-on wheels that just slip onto the axles. Now what I want to do now that I see what I got here, I want to take and get another set of these low profile style. Actually, you know what? I just realized I would have to really space them out in order to not hit the fenders and stuff. But basically, I'd like to get those 12-inch wheels on the front, since they do have bushings. And at some point I do want to put some kind of hubs on the front with bearings, but for now, getting it a little bit of upgrade here and there and actually ripping on it down the street is better than it sitting here in pieces and waiting on parts and everything like that. So I'm going to try to get another set of tires, like used tires or something, because these are way too big for the front. And basically try to see what the lowest profile, skinniest 12-inch tire I can get. Skinny and low profile. Actually, I believe I can get a trailer tire for those. That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, 12-inch. Dude, 480 by 12s. Put them on there. They'd be stretched like crazy, but probably look cool. Probably work good. Gonna go ahead and swap over the J spindle from the other one because I think it's slightly less bent. This one had a tremendous amount of negative camber on this side, which didn't seem to, honestly, it really doesn't make a difference as far as how it drives. The thing is there's no precision whatsoever to this thing, so 2 degrees of negative camber wasn't really going to affect it, but it just would look better to not be quite as bent. Alright, what do we think? Just go for it and put the bushed wheels on there, big ass tires. I think I'm just going to do it because it gives me more width, and I'm going to put the rears on as well. I'm just going to swap those tires onto those rims. And it's kind of looking pretty ridiculous. I mean, in a way it almost ruins the look in my opinion, but I guess it's going to be more functional though. These wheels are a lot heavier though. That's the only thing that sucks. Obviously they're a lot heavier because they're a lot bigger, but I just think that's going to be sick. Well, let's go ahead and swap it all over and see what we get. Alright, so got the wheels on there with the bushings and everything, and they fit really well. So these other ones, like I said, were just those are just 8-inch rear wheels keyed for a keyed shaft that they would go on an actual rear transaxle, and 4-wheeler Duro's 4-wheeler tires that are stretched onto the wheels because those rear wheels are quite wide. Now here Again, these are rear wheels. Slip fit, or sorry, keyed shaft. These are just like those, but they're 1 inch. These are for a heavier duty transaxle with a 1 inch, and they are keyed shaft. So what that means is there's room for a bushing. So there's now bronze bushings, and there's almost no slop. There's a little bit, and frankly you want there to be a little bit, because otherwise it'd be too tight and it'd probably lock up. But, and I mean the other wheels where it was just metal on metal with grease, they would sit there and roll a little bit, but that is beautiful. And Heim joints. So I got the whole tie rod from the other one on there now. I just end up spacing that down with bolts, and that feels better and looks better. And the only thing left still is this drag link, which, you know, it's just there's no actual ball joint even, it's just welded, a bolt welded to the end of it there. So I have this other drag link, well, this is the one off of the other tractor, complete with Heim joints, very stout, just like the tie rod, solid steel. Only thing is, it's too short right now. I gotta cut it, and I'm gonna cut it and sleeve it and weld it to lengthen it, because it's like a couple inches too short, unfortunately, because on that one the axle was not quite as far forward. And the other thing I've noticed is the clutch system on this is the same but different. The spring, he's got the spring on this one is going to a different location, and this one also has a smaller pulley on it, so it's slower geared, although this transaxle is different, so I'm not sure. But this is a really nice and stiff and tight, like there's no slop in that clutch at all. And mine, well, on this one, not only is the clutch, the whole system's so worn out, and there's like where the link goes is so worn out, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't have the same, like on that one, it actually feels like a clutch is supposed to feel like, meaning it goes over, it feels like it goes over center, and then as you let it out, you get that like spring back. But this one is just the steady spring pressure the whole way, which is all right. Like, you could still modulate it, no problem. I don't know why. The other one just feels a lot better. So I'm gonna get I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rear yet, because I don't want to take those tires off the rims. These are 5-lug rims. They're also garden tractor wheels. I feel like those ones maybe would have been on like a John Deere, or who knows what. I'm not even sure. No, John Deere's probably would have had a yellow wheel. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what these are off of either, but these are, well, these would be on like a Craftsman garden tractor. Husqvarna garden tractors have them. So these are 5-lug, and this transaxle only has 3/4 inch axles. So those are garden tractor, light duty garden tractor hubs for the 3/4 axle to bolt to the 5 on 4.5 wheel. So that's a 5 on 4.5. I could put wheels off of a lot of things on that. I could literally put wheels off of a Jeep. I could put wheels, you know, I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, so that's what I mean specifically. But that's, the best part is that's trailer pattern. So I can get trailer wheels and bolt right on that. And I actually have an idea for the fronts too, where I'm still going to retain bushings for now, but I have another set of those hubs, which are 5-lug, the same exact hubs, only for the 1-inch axle. And what that means is I can put those on the front with the bushings and bolt a nice set of trailer wheels, tall, skinny. I was thinking 480 by 12s in the front and 530 12s in the rear. You know, so I was considering getting trailer tires and just sticking on these wheels, but I just really don't like these wheels that much. They're too heavy and too wide for what I want them to do. Like, ultimately, I want to just keep these rear wheels and tires intact, because I'm not going to be able to launch if I just mount those big tires onto here and get rid of these tires, then I'm not going to really be able to launch it as much and do the things that I like to do. So I like to keep a set of small, smoother tires just for burnouts and donuts and all that kind of stuff. And I definitely want to now if I had the 530 12 trailer tires, which are smooth, then I'd still be able to do that stuff. In fact, even better probably. But anyway, I just figured I'd shoot this update, and I'm gonna get that exhaust pipe that I need and fix that. And I got a few other things that I'm just gonna kind of keep going and turn this thing into a proper on-off-road machine. And I also realized the headlight had blown out because it's filled with water, and the ones on that one are both also filled with water, so that sucks. I need to get those, and they're not cheap. Those stupid little, what are they, like 3.5 inch sealed beams? I don't remember how much they are at Tractor Supply, but they are not, they're way more than they should be. Oh yeah, here you go. Oh wait, there it is at the bottom. All right, well, let me know if the tractor content interests you at all. I'm still going to be doing stuff with the trucks. That's a lot more expensive and kind of like, well, I don't know. It's like not getting that much attention. So and maybe the channel takes a turn here. I don't know. It turns into the crazy contraptions building channel. But you know. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. See you next time.